Yes. Oh, man. Oh, man. What's happening? Woo. Oh. Man, oh, man. Week number 2 of SDIRA Live. What an incredible week, man. Last week was sort of a trial for me. You know, doing this podcasting thing. This is all new to me. I'm not a podcaster. I'm not in TV. I'm not in radio. This is all new to me. So last week was more of a test for me to get acclimated, make sure things are working right. Generated some decent content, so I decided to put it up, and we didn't market any of it, but we put it on the site, sdiralive.com. Posted up some posts on Facebook. The response has been incredible. Thank you guys, all of you, for watching. You know, I say in the show, email me, hop on the website, chat with me. I did not know I was reaching that far with just by posting some videos. You know, it's Facebook. Facebook is it's an incredible platform, and we haven't even done live yet. Apparently, their new algorithms puts live up at everybody's feed, which is pretty cool. I can't wait to start doing that. But I've gotten a ton of criticism and feedback, which is great. I love that because, you know, this is a one-man show. This is it. It's me. I mean, I literally change the cameras. I post edit. I market. I social media. I website design. It's just me. So, for this to get better, I need to hear from you guys. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me what needs to be changed. What could be better. One fix you'll see is that the intro, which was like 40 seconds long, something like that. I don't know why it needed to be that long, but cut that in half. So now the intro is about 20 seconds long. We're going to throw the disclaimer at the end of the show now. So you can get to the episodes quicker. But we're going to continue talking about content. Continue teaching you guys stuff. This is cool. I'm excited to do this every day. This week is exciting. We have Adam Bergman, big self-directed industry attorney, coming on. He's got a ton of books. I mean, he's the man. He's the man and the industry leader when it comes to legal and self-direction. And now crypto. He's in crypto. He's got a new crypto book coming out. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. So it'll be exciting. I'm excited for that. What else do we got? Well, let's get into it. Let's make this quick today. I'm going to try and make this quick. I realized some of you got a couple good emails. One said I ran my trap too much, talked too much. To get to the point. And one wants to watch you run your mouth. So I'm going to try and make these a little quicker. Thank you for that feedback, though. I appreciate that. Anyone else have any feedback? Email me, john@johncop.org. john@johncop.org. Any questions? Anything you want to learn about the industry? Anything you want me to ask custodians or attorneys or asset providers, or investment providers. I talk to these guys on a daily basis, trying to get them on the show or on the site. I'm always talking to people in the industry. So if you guys have questions, ask me. I will make it my job to get back. I'll get back to you. If you want, I'll get you on the show. We'll throw you on the screen here. Ask a question. We'll have an expert hop on and answer it. Let's make this fun, interactive. Come on. This is the first of the kind for our industry. Let's do something about it. All right. Friday, I told you guys that I would shoot a little something over the weekend. And it was about scams. Crypto scams. Don't let the crypto get you. It's getting people. People are getting scammed. Like any new thing out there, new technology or new opportunity, comes scam artists. Because those are new opportunities for them too, for them to make money. And there's some good scam artists out there. I mean, these guys are relentless. Get emails every day, and the stuff that they come up with, I mean, it's creative. I gotta hand it to them. And I'm quite advanced with technology and the interweb and all of this stuff. And some stuff I even have to question. I gotta dig into it a little bit to see if it's really a scam or spam or not. So I can't imagine how many people are actually getting taken out there that don't know what to look for or what it is. So we're going to talk about crypto scams and basically what to watch out for and what the big scam is right now. What's happening is if you're looking to get into Bitcoin, you want to invest in Bitcoin or any other crypto, you'll see a banner or pop up or so. You'll somehow get to a legitimate looking website. I mean, legitimate websites, they're now using AdWords. So if you're searching through something in Google, you may see an ad, or you may be retargeted somehow because you were looking up a news article of Bitcoin or something. So you'll end up at a legitimate looking website. It'll have a secure SSL certificate. I mean, it's legit. There's no reason not to think otherwise. And you decide, all right, I'm ready to throw some money into this crypto game. I'm going to let the crypto get me. Well, what happens? Right now, it's all about mining. People are advertising that you can mine your own Bitcoin. All you got to do is buy in, and you'll get a free Bitcoin. You'll generate your buy-in is either going towards hardware for them to build computers to mine, or it's going towards whatever they say. Your buy-in is going to get you a free coin. Unlike U.S. or any government currency, which is backed by government, Bitcoin's not regulated. So if you're putting money into something for this crypto, you have no protection. You have no recourse. So remember that. Whether you're dealing with a legitimate company or a scam company, you need to always keep that in mind. Websites will ask you to pay up front. They'll tell you Bitcoins will be transferred. They never come. So all these false promises. Everything looks legit. Web design is a lot easier these days. People can put together incredible looking sites that will make you think, wow, this is a legitimate offer. This is the real deal. Let's do it. Once you send that payment in the crypto world, there's no getting it back unless the seller or the recipient sends it back to you. And if it's a scam artist, they're not going to send it back to you. So be very, very careful with that. So if you're going to get into Bitcoin, you're going to see a ton of offers out there. Don't get into it unless you're using a legitimate exchange. If there's an exchange that is not used or not legit, chances are it could be a scam and you're never going to see your money. You can Google cryptocurrency exchanges. They're going to tell you the top 3, 5. One other thing I want to mention about exchanges, though. Did you hear about Kraken last week? One of the big exchanges. Their site was supposed to go down for 2 hours for maintenance, updates, blah, blah, blah. It was down for 2 days. Investors were losing their minds. People with hundreds of thousands of dollars in these exchanges could not access their information, their data, their content, their money. They thought, I even made a post on Facebook, said, Kraken's been down for 30 hours. Is this the start? Is this the first big Madoff scam that arises with the crypto? It turns out 2 days later, they come back online and everything's good. They had a lot of issues with their updates, but investors are no longer flipping their lids, and things are back to normal with Kraken. But going back to what I was saying, if you are going to put money into an exchange, if you're going to get into crypto, do it with a legitimate company. Google cryptocurrency exchanges. There's a ton of information out there. I am working on gathering some guests for future shows. One topic is going to be reviewing exchanges. We'll probably do the top 3. So like this page, follow our website. We will be talking about exchanges and the experience that the investors have had in those exchanges. So we'll talk about what it's like to get involved, how much money people have put in, what the experience was like, all of that good stuff. We're going to talk about all that. So that'll be cool. Look out for those if you have any interest in learning about exchanges. Another scam for crypto that's happening is translating the funds, converting Bitcoin to currency, Bitcoin to US or Bitcoin to Euro, whatever. Sites are saying that they will convert your cryptocurrency to money and then PayPal you the funds. Well, what's happening is investors, Bitcoin crypto holders are sending their money. They're sending cryptocurrency to somebody else that they don't know. And they're getting a fake alert, fake email, a real email, which is designed to look like it's from PayPal or whatever the source of the requested funds are. Looks like most of it's happening is through PayPal. They're sending an email on behalf of PayPal saying, your funds have been sent. The only problem is when you log into your PayPal account, there's nothing there because it's a fake email. They're not sending your money. You're sending cryptocurrency to somebody that does not care about you, and they're never going to send you your money. And one of the great things about cryptocurrency is that it's unregulated, right? So once you send it to somebody, you're SOL. It's not regulated. There's no recourse. You can't file a complaint. Can't file a claim. Be very, very careful, guys. Be very, very careful. There's a couple of, it's a list of things on to watch out for when dealing with crypto. Do your homework about who you're investing in, where you're sending your money, whether it's an exchange or you're buying something or wherever you're sending your money. Know who you're sending it to. Research. You have the internet. You have Google. We are all on the same level as far as smarts. There's no excuse to be there's no excuse not to know something anymore. There's just not. If you take the time to research something, you're going to find the same research I'm going to find. Right? So there's no excuse. You got to do your research, especially when you're dealing with your own money. So research where you're sending your money. Make sure you know where it's going. Make sure it's legitimate. Check out their reputation. When you Google someone, you type in scam afterwards. If they're not reputable, if they got issues, Google's gonna pop it. Google loves the word scam. You ever been to ripoffreport.com? That guy, the owner of that site's been under hundreds and probably thousands now of lawsuits, but they can't get him. His site, Google ranks it as one of the most powerful authority sites for companies worldwide. I was on a 3-month marketing campaign to combat ripoffreport.com for the last company I worked for. The company they put me on it for 3 months on my salary and my team to just focus on Ripoff Report. It was one filing, which was from a disgruntled employee. It wasn't even legitimate. And I don't know why the hell I told you guys all that. It's easy to find scams. It's easy to research scams. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So do your homework, okay? Find out where your money's going. Is it going directly to the provider, the seller? Is it going through a payment processor? There is some legitimate companies that accept crypto have recourse actions. Not a lot, but legitimate companies do. For legitimate companies that want to do business in the crypto space, they have policies in place. They may be changing a lot because this is all new, but there may be policies in place wherever you're sending your money. So look into those. Look into those policies. Know where to store your Bitcoin. Don't store them in exchanges. Kraken is a prime example. Granted, they came back after 2 days of being down, but there was 2 days, 48 hours of investors not sleeping, wondering, did they get scammed? Is their money gone? I wonder how many people took their money out of Kraken after that happened. Don't store your money in exchanges. Store them in a wallet. A wallet it's all on you. It's not dependent on a third party. It's not dependent on a third party's website. It's not dependent on a Jonathan Lucas from Fantasy Factory where he could run off with your money. If it's in your wallet, it's yours unless someone else has your key. So, don't store your money in exchanges unless it's a short period of time and you have a specific reason to do so. If you're buying something, from a company or a service provider, whether it's a product or a service, what are the return or refund policies? If you buy something that's getting shipped to you, what if it arrives damaged or it never arrives? What's your recourse? Do they have any policies in place? If they do have policies in place, what happens if the crypto value is different? I bought something for 1 Bitcoin. Bitcoin was at $15,000. 2 days later, I return it. I don't want it anymore for whatever reason. Whether it's buyer remorse or it's something on their end where they accept the return. We have a refund policy, we'll accept the return. Well, but now, 2 days later, I mean, we all know crypto fluctuates aggressively. Now Bitcoin's worth 13,000. It's not 15 anymore, it's 13. Do you get the 15,000 back that you sent? Or do you get 13,000 back? Because the value is different. What's their policy? Do they have one? If they don't have one, think about it. Think about if that scenario could happen. And if it could, you should assume you're going to come out on the wrong side of that. Because there's no regulation, right? They don't have to send you money back. It's not regulated by the government. The government can't force them to send you the cryptocurrency back. So if they're going to send you cryptocurrency back, it's going to be on their own goodwill. And I'm willing to bet if values are different, they're not going to lose out. You as the person returning whatever you're returning, you're going to be the one eating the difference. So be careful there. So that's a quick little soapbox of Bitcoin scams. There's not a ton to talk about. It's not like there's a whole encyclopedia of scams going on. It's basic. It's simple. You're sending your money to someone that you don't know, and they're not giving you anything in return. That's the scam. Problem is that it's happening all over the place, so be careful, okay? Later! Man. We'll talk one more thing. One more thing on Bitcoin. Last week, cryptocurrency, mainly Bitcoin, Ether, and Ripple, fluctuated aggressively all week long. And there was a lot of talk. It was South Korea because their minister was going in and shaking up businesses and investors, and they were talking about banning cryptocurrency exchanges and dealings completely. You can't invest with Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies in South Korea. That's what they were saying. Well, now today, they changed their mind. They saw the value after all this investigating. They saw the value in cryptocurrency over there. Korea is, by the way, one of the most. They have the largest user base of cryptocurrencies. I think it's just Bitcoin. Korea has the largest Bitcoin user base in the entire world. So when South Korea comes over and says, we're going to ban it, people went crazy and went nuts. And apparently over the last week, when the Prime Minister and the government was doing whatever they were doing to prepare to shut it down or interviewing, investigating, they saw a big need for it. And they decided as of today that they say, well, no, we're not gonna shut it down. So it's interesting because just that talk completely manipulated the pricing worldwide. All of us US investors lost a lot of money potentially because of that. That's crazy. That's crazy. So no, things that happen across the world that really nothing even happened other than this guy making a statement, this minister making a statement saying he's going to ban crypto, can affect your investments here. It's crazy. So now we're back to square one with South Korea until we hear something next with them. But it's interesting. All right. No more crypto talk today. That's enough crypto. You know, when I've wanted to do this show years ago, I've been planning this show for a while. Not planning. I've been wanting to do it for a while. I never thought I would ever talk about cryptocurrency. Never crossed my mind. I don't care about Bitcoin. I don't want to talk about it. Never once did I plan on having discussions about cryptocurrency. But I mean, we're in the now. This is what's going on. I can't help that. So now we're going to talk about it. I'm still not going to invest in it. Not going to invest in it. Oh, man. My ears feel weird today. Okay. Well, okay. This is a good one. This is good. Smart ways to reduce taxes in 2018. How many of you out there don't think you pay enough in taxes? You want to give Uncle Sam a little more? I'll wait. Yeah. I think there's very few things people in our nation can all agree on, but pretty sure doesn't matter your race, your age, how much money you have, where you come from. I think this is one of those things that we can all agree on, is that we give enough to Uncle Sam. We give enough. And, well, we're going to talk about a couple of things you can do this year, 2018, that can save you some money. Leave a little money in your pocket next year. All right, it's already January, so this isn't for if you haven't filled out your taxes yet for this year. You know, you got a couple months, but you're too late. If you're starting now to think about taxes, you're too late. To win in this game, to win with the IRS, one, you got to be legit. Don't ever try to pull one on them. And two, you got to put work in. You got to put some time into it. You got to put some effort into it. But if you're smart and you put the time into it, you can save a lot of money. And the IRS is okay with that. You do it the right way. You know, SDIRA, self-directed IRA, probably the best way to save money legitimately and give less to Uncle Sam. That's what this show's about. So I got 5 things for you guys to consider for this year, for 2018, to help reduce what you pay Uncle Sam next year. And the first is going to be tracking medical expenses. If you have a lot of medical expenses, the IRS and Uncle Sam they're going to give you a break. They're going to give you a break. Thanks to a last-minute renegotiation, the new tax reform bill did not end up repealing the medical expense deduction. That means taxpayers with high medical expenses can continue to claim a significant tax break. But in order to squeeze the best possible deal out of the IRS, you need to keep track of all of your expenses, starting right now. Best way to do that, use one credit card. Or if the limit's not high enough, use two specifically. Best way to, my opinion, to keep track of taxes for specific things, to use a credit card. That way, when it comes time to preparing your taxes, all you need to do is whip out the statements for that the 12 statements for that card, and it's nicely organized. And you start throwing the totals in your Schedule A. It's not that tough. And the great thing about credit cards, let me tell you something. Credit cards can get people in trouble, but if you're smart, like my wife, she's an absolute genius with credit cards. You can save even more money. The rewards, the cashback features, certain cards have awesome opportunities for specific situations. Some cards are great for dining out. Some cards are great for travel. Some cards are great for office expenses. There's thousands of cards out there. Use a card that you get rewards. A lot of cards these days, you can use the rewards to pay down the balance if you're going to carry a balance on it. So keep track of all your expenses. And use a credit card if you want. If not, fine. But if you have a lot of medical expenses, the IRS is going to give you a break. Number two. Save for retirement. This is what this show is all about. IRAs, 401ks, saving for retirement. This is where you're going to save money in taxes. This is where you can build wealth without giving half of it up to Uncle Sam. But you need to know what you're doing. You need to know how to do it. Contributing to a traditional IRA or 401k means potentially huge tax breaks for you. Of the two 401k contributions, produce the best tax break. First, you get the tax deduction automatically without having to claim it on your return because contributions come out of your pre-tax paycheck. And second, contribution limits are higher for 401ks than IRAs, so you can contribute more, therefore getting a bigger deduction. However, if you don't have access to a 401k, by all means, open up an IRA account and contribute as much as you can. We had an episode last week, we talked about maximizing your contributions. If there's one thing you do all year long for yourself, your family, your financial future, it is to have an IRA account and maximize the contributions. Do whatever you got to do to make sure you're not a penny short on that maximum contribution limit. That's your retirement. That's how you're going to live. One thing I'm learning as I get older, things that I thought were important 10 years ago, 5 years ago, a year ago, they're not important anymore. That time is gone. I'm seeing what's important now is the future. Why do I care about yesterday? It's done. Put some money away for the future. You'll be a lot happier that you did versus, I don't know, what are people doing with money instead of saving it? Buying things, material things, traveling. I mean, everyone's got their own bucket list and their own things that are important to them. I understand that. And I'm not here to say one's more important than the other. But make sure you have some money when you can't work anymore. Number 3, buy a house. If you don't own a house yet, and you're thinking about it, well, you can save a lot of money on your taxes by buying a house. How so? Mortgage interest. You get to deduct your mortgage interest from your home on your home, and those first couple of years are the highest. Your interest is the highest. Standard fixed rate mortgages are set up so more of your payments go towards interest on the loan during the first couple of years. You get to deduct that interest. So if you've recently bought a home, even if you've owned it if you've owned it for a long time, you probably know that you can deduct your mortgage interest. But those first few years are the most important. You're going to get the biggest deduction. So don't forget about that. If you're renting, why not buy a home? Do you move around too much? Do you work? Do you work? You move around a lot. You have bad credit. Do you not want to deal with the hassle? Owning a home, it can be a hassle. My wife and I bought our first home 3 years ago. We lived in a nice high-rise condo downtown. We rented for several years when we first lived together. Decided we wanted to buy a home. We wanted a yard with a fence for all our pets, and I wanted a garage with a tool chest so I could work on things and wreck things and try and fix them. I don't know. I didn't have any idea how much work a house would be, but there are a lot of deductions and ways you can save money by owning a home. So if you're thinking about it, owning a home can ultimately be a lot cheaper than renting in a lot of different ways in the long run and help your wealth over time. So think about that. Number 4, donate to charity. Now, donating to charity there's 2 ways I look at it. One, really wealthy people donate a lot of money to charities and things they're passionate about. Why do you think people do that? Why do you think wealthy people donate a lot of money to charities? Granted, they're passionate about the cause and all of that. But what are they really doing? They're saving money. They're doing it for deductions. Not saying you all are. But, if you want to email me and tell me I'm wrong, I understand. But donating to charity can help reduce your taxes. The nice thing about donating is you don't need to be wealthy or have a ton of disposable income to donate to charities. How many of you clean out your house, your closet, your garage? How many times a year do you do that? We do it several times. I would say 6 times a year maybe. We clean junk out, throw it away, or take it to Goodwill if it's in good condition. Are you taking your junk to Goodwill? You should. You go drop it off, the guy hands you the little. You need a card? Yeah. Take it, use it. Over time, that'll add up. That helps. Every little bit helps. Donate to charity. If you don't get a ton of money, take your stuff to Goodwill. It's going to help. Last but not least, tax credits. These are going to be the biggest savings, the biggest opportunities for you. But they're also a little bit more difficult to be eligible for, to qualify for. But there's a lot of different stuff. There's education tax credits. There's economic tax credits, like driving a energy efficient vehicle, or putting energy efficient windows or solar panels on your home, or there's a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of tax credits. The problem is a lot of people don't know what's out there and what's available. So what you should do, if you want to qualify for tax credits and get the biggest savings possible, research it and start now, because the more time you have, once you know what's available, you're going to know what you could potentially get or what you want. You can start planning for that throughout the year. And you can prepare yourself to get those tax credits and prepare yourself to meet those eligibility requirements. There's a couple in particular that are a little more popular: the Earned Income Tax Credit, the Lifetime Learning and American Opportunity Education Credit, the Child and Dependent Care Credit, and the Savers Credit. These are all potentially huge tax breaks and relatively easy to qualify for. Effective tax planning requires you to put a little extra time and effort throughout the year to track your expenses and qualify for the breaks. But when it comes time to filling out your taxes at the end of the year, it'll be all worth it. So to win on your taxes, to save more money, you need to put in time, you need to put in effort, and you need to start now. Have any questions about taxes? I know a lot of great tax attorneys. You can go to SDIRA.org to view a directory of them. If you want any specific recommendations, feel free to email me. We have an attorney coming on tomorrow, Mr. Adam Bergman. He'll be on the show. It's going to be exciting. So that's it. That is it for today. Man, 45 minutes already? I thought these shows were going to be like 20 minutes long. Man, I don't know. Maybe three segments is too much. What do you guys think? Maybe we do 2 segments. Trying to cut it down, trying to keep it relevant, trying to teach you guys something, keep you up to date. I don't know. Where are you watching this? Got over 1,000 views in the past week on our site, on our videos. Where are you guys watching this? Are you at work? Are you at home? Are you on your phone? You're on your computer, your iPad? You at the gym? Commuting to work? Interested to know where you guys are watching this. Let me know. Shoot me an email, john@johncop.org. If you haven't been to SDIRA.org yet, check it out. You can view listing directories of all the companies, custodians, investment providers in the space. You can also live chat with me on there. You can connect with other professionals and investors. You can ask a pro in the Ask a Pro section, where we will answer your questions on the show here. And you can join the SDIRA University, where you can go through e-courseware on everything from the basics and getting started in the self-directed industry through specific strategies and using specific retirement accounts to achieve specific results. It's all very cool stuff. All right. Until tomorrow, Mr. Adam Bergman. We will see you guys then. Have a wonderful evening, and more power to you to build passive wealth and your financial future. Make it happen, guys. We only get one crack at this. We only get one crack at it. Let's make it happen. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow.